Right, here we go. So today, gonna grab the backpack, head in for 2 days. It's about a 14-kilometer hike. The main objectives here is to try my hand at some amateur bushcraft, try not to die of explosive diarrhea, and hopefully catch a fish. This isn't an ultralight setup by any stretch of the imagination. I think the booze in there weighs more than most people's setups, along with the fishing gear. Let's have a crack. This is the South New South Wales coast. As you can see, it's been devastated by fires, and there's deer track literally everywhere, eating the new regrowth, so not making things much better. Still beautiful though, and there is signs that the growth is bouncing back. With these kind of videos, it seems compulsory to add in some shots where you walk by the camera and pretend that you don't notice it, and then also to include some panoramic shots and scenes with some ambient music. So yeah, here goes. Bit of an obstacle. Just as I thought I made it, there's this bloody gorge here. And there's just no way I can get down here with my bloody backpack. This is just bloody amazing. There's fish feeding on the flats everywhere. Even with the backpack on, I couldn't resist the cast, seeing all that fish, and caught my first species, a black bream. Pretty difficult to find a spot that's even. I only have the tent, so it's still some walking and exploring to do. Can't find a camping spot this side of the river. May need to cross over. Don't particularly feel like it. Found this little clearing on a bit of a slope, but I reckon it will work. The recap of today is I need to lessen my load by at least 10 kilograms, I reckon. That was bloody torturous. Gonna sink my teeth into a beer now and set up camp.
After setting up camp and regaining feeling in my legs, I went for an afternoon flick and caught species number 2 and 3, an Australian salmon and a silver trevally. I then gathered some firewood and settled in for the evening.
Hundreds of puffer fish and some big mullet. It's just fish everywhere. I caught this on a little crab. I saw the current pushing in and I think it's a luderick, not sure. They weren't interested in any of the minnow lures, so I thought I'd chuck a crab and see how I go, and bang on! What a bloody ripper. 1, 2, 3, testing, you and me. Testing. Homemade salami, homemade rusks, biscuit, and homemade biltong to get me through the day.
The day before, I caught a shit ton of tiny salmon from that spot, casting spoons. So I thought as the tide was pushing in, I might upgrade the size, and that's exactly what happened.
Got my PB salmon on a Alco twisty. Damn, these guys can fight. Bloody awesome. Little water purifier pump, which is pretty damn nifty. Finally crossed over to the other side. It wasn't half as bad as I thought. So let's see if we can catch a fish on the other side.
I'm just sitting here, I got time. It's clear to see from up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go, take a step back.
Another silver trevally, a bigger one than yesterday. Bloody hell, gave an awesome fight, lots of drag runs. Get her back. Beauty. Species number 6. Estuary perch on surface lure.
After an awesome day's fishing, I made fire and settled in for the night.
Backup day. Now to get all of this into this without the assistance of my significant other. Might prove to be the biggest challenge of this trip so far. Goodbye, you beautiful son of a bitch. What a damn privilege it is to come to absolute pristine places like this. No human being seen in 2 days. No signs of humans, no footprints, nothing. Absolute solitude, untouched beauty. It's just awesome. bloody made it. It was awesome. I highly recommend doing that at least once in your life. But anyway, the plan was to get back to the bakkie, resupply, and then take a hike in for another 18 k's and do another 2 nights. But I'm a bit bushed out, so I think I'll do some glamping, roll out the swag somewhere, have a couple of beers and try to catch a tuna off the rocks.